Great, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the November Community Programs Committee meeting. Lori, can you take attendance?
O'Brien, Julie Lohr, Seth Goldstein, Jean Cody, Jason Moskowitz, and Beth Greenwood.
Thank you very much. I will take a motion to approve the October 5th meeting minutes.
Oh.
Is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Okay, and those minutes are approved. Lori, I didn't receive any public comment, did you? Okay, then we'll move into community programs items.
Hey, first things first. Red Cross Blood Drive. We exceeded our donations
By one.
by one, but we still exceeded it.
Still exceeded it.
So that I consider that a success. Our Halloween parade, unfortunately, due to the rain, we had to cancel it, and as well as the police open house. They ended up doing a trunk or treat event to kind of give away their candy, but it was a disappointment because we had a lot planned. It was going to be a really fun event, so hopefully next year we can outdo ourselves. And Julie, can you give an update?
Yes, so we filled our bus with 47 kids, which is more than I like to fill our bus with, but there were a couple kids that just were slow to register, and then they worried about they couldn't participate if they didn't have transportation. So we have 47 on the bus. It's a 55 passenger coach bus, so we're going to be fine. And there's at least at this point 6 kids who whose parents are driving them who are carpooling. So our program did very well, and we did close registration. We can't. I don't want any more kids registering and then finding out that they have transportation. So registration for us for our program at West Mountain is closed, but we're excited about it. There's a lot of 9th graders, and they're super excited already about it. So yeah.
What are the dates?
We will start on January 5th. I believe that's the Friday, and I think it runs through February 9th. 6 weeks.
Alrighty.
Do you know how many kids there were total? There was 47 on the bus.
47 on the bus right now. On the roster, there are an additional 6, but I have heard from 3 more families, even though I had asked West Mountain to close it. I've heard from these 3 additional families who were kind of waiting to hear if they got transportation. Now that they know that they would be on a wait list and probably wouldn't get a seat, but they would still like to register. So I'm probably going to reach out to West and just give them their names and then tell them to call and register over the phone with West. And West has always been so great to deal with in that respect. So I think we'll have
56.
yeah, we'll have the we have 6 and we have 6 more, so there'll be 12 who are not going to be on the bus. 47 and 12, 59.
That's great.
You know, sure.
I think we had about that same number. We had a lot of, last year there were a lot of students that drove because they were like a carryover from like the COVID years when we were kind of letting the kids drive. And I really wanted to pull back from that because I don't like the idea of the kids driving themselves up. So all of these kids that will not be on the bus have parents who are driving. They're all younger kids, but they all have parents who are driving. So I'm really happy that we kind of got away from that. I mean, to me, the program is, you come with us, you stay with us, you leave with us. I was really uncomfortable for the last couple of years knowing that those kids were driving themselves. I mean, they're tired after a long day at school and then heading home. And so I'm really happy about that, but our numbers are the same.
Awesome. Right. Toys for Tots. Our collection boxes, I don't know if you saw it, are out. We'll be accepting donations until Friday, December 8th. The box is located in the lobby and is available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And our goal is to, as always, is to exceed the number of boxes we filled last year. So fingers crossed. Things of My Very Own. Once again, we were picked as a host site for wish tags. Once we have the tags in our possession, and I think it's going to be mid-November, they're working on them now. I will send out a blast and we'll put it on the website. A little silver tree will be located in the lobby. People can come in and pick up a tag, or they can email me and I will randomly pick them a tag and email it to them so they don't have to come in and pick it up. So, and that was extremely popular last year. So I'm hoping, last year we gave away over 500 tags. once again, want to exceed that this year. Parents Night Out, one of our big events, is going to be held on Saturday, December 9th from 6 to 9 for children ages 4 to 10. The admission is one toy for Toys for Tots, and there will be arts and crafts, and we'll be showing the movie, Disney movie, Pixar movie Elemental. Space is limited to 24. Registration is required, and it opens up on November 6th.
I think it's open.
I had it as November 6th.
I think there's like 20 kids registered already.
Are you sure?
Unless I'm looking at last year's
might-
numbers.
I looked at it yesterday and it was still closing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
maybe
check.
I was looking at last
Yeah.
year, because I would have had it.
And I haven't advertised it yet, so.
Yeah, well, that's why I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh. But you know what? I probably was looking at last year because I was in last year to
Oh,
copy and
there you
paste
go.
ski slope to the next one.
Thanks, Julie.
Everybody thinks it's coming. I didn't even have this on my radar yet. And like, there's 20,
Oh, I'm all
24
about-
registered.
I'm in the holiday season here.
Let's see if we can exceed last year again this year.
That one has a firm deadline.
And we always, it always fills up.
It gets crowded in that boardroom and
Yeah.
it gets a little crazy, and I don't think we want 24 kids running around.
And then our annual tree lighting, which is going to be held the day before, which is Friday, December 8th from 5 to 6. The Niskuna High School Choir will be here singing holiday songs, and we'll be serving hot chocolate and candy canes. This is always one of my favorite events. AED discussion. So where we left off, I have a quote on, and I have it in front of me. Yes, I do. Fiberglass wall units with an alarm. So this would be, the AED would be in the cabinet. Once someone pulls around with it and opens it up, the alarm goes off. Hopefully enough to deter someone from stealing it, vandalizing it, what have you. The quote for 5 cabinets is $2,900. I'm still waiting to get the specs from her just so I could show. I'm going to blast it out to everyone so everyone can have an idea what we're looking at before we decide to put it on the. It's going on the meeting for the end of this month, but I just want everybody to see the big picture of what's out there.
Sounds good.
And
Thank you for doing the book on that.
oh, my pleasure. And for resolutions, I have the AED purchased with the cases and also an exercise instructor for the senior center, Lisa Newcomb. She's a new instructor who is replacing somebody, and we have to put her on a resolution. And that is all I have.
Okay. So we had our Halloween event or party, and it was basically everything pumpkin, so treats, no tricks, and we had a really good showing, and a lot of people brought in all kinds of goodies, and they brought recipes, some brought recipes.
And they were dressed up.
Some were, and some weren't. Yeah, it was fun. It was just a real mixed bag of everything. It was a lot of fun. I think everybody had a good time. We had a nice showing. Today we had, this is our Electric City Barn event, and we had a couple of women. They came in and they showed us fall fabric wreaths, and then they had a workshop, and that was well attended as well. Really super great couple of women to do that with. We have entertainment coming up next week, Thursday, Joe Severino, we're looking forward to. And we also are starting a brand new program. This guy walked in on a Monday out of nowhere, and he sat down and he wanted to have a chat, and that's what we did. And he starts telling us about this program that he had started a while ago, and it seems to be pretty popular. And so the three of us got together and we figured it out. And what he does is he hosts these discussions where they explore why movies are classics. So they look specifically at at the directors. And so the ones that withstand the test of time while remaining relevant for audiences today. His first director is going to be Frank Capra, who did such movies as It Happened One Night, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, It's a Wonderful Life. And he is on our calendar now, and we're hoping to keep this going. So he's 12:30 on the 9th, on Thursday the 9th. So we're looking forward to having him. He also referred us to a licensing service that can be used by our entire community programs department.
And we're
That's
Ben's already
already
been
been
purchased.
I know. So it's fantastic. So it's really nice because he has this, he's so familiar with these resources and it pays dividends and saves us some money. So it's kind of cool. So we're excited about that.
So for any movie, Netflix,
It's lovely.
Redbox,
He
whatever.
also goes on to say that you can also find his movies on demand typically, or you can stream them for free on Pluto, Tubi, and Freevee. So there's a lot of different ways to access them, and they're good.
Do you see the movie and then talk about it, or?
Or he'll show it. He
Yeah.
can show it. Yeah,
He's
so
very interesting.
he is.
Yeah.
He's a really interesting guy. His name is Jim Dillon. He's sweet. So that was a. We have another SAS. So we have two SAS classes coming up. The one is on the Thursday, the 16th. It's a folk art painting class. And then on Saturday, they're going to do the same thing, probably more in depth. It's 10:30 to 2:30. And there you go. I think I don't have, Tina Linser. She's the one who's doing that, hosting that. We also have we have two Vent fitness demo classes gratis. So they're coming in and they're going to do one on the 16th. That's a Thursday, and then again on the 30th. So that'll be kind of fun. So December's already cranking. So we have Niskuna Fire Department coming in, and they have a smoke detector program. So that they'll come in and talk about that, and I believe that they offer some service for seniors to come in and actually place them in the home free of charge. So it's really, it's a good thing. And then we may just kind of talk about future trainings. We also are talking about our holiday luncheon. We're looking at the 7th. We decided to do, it worked well last year. We kind of bridged the gap. Holidays get busy, the weather comes into play a little bit. So we decided to do one big event or one big meal. And we placed it right between after Thanksgiving and before Christmas. So we're working on a plan now. Specifics and details are forthcoming. The book group may be rescheduled because we are looking at the first Thursday of the month, which is the 7th. And we are also talking to the Niskuna High School choir to see if we can have them in that day also, which would be so. So we're looking forward to that. What else? Our trip. We did our trip to Mrs. Doubtfire. If the bus was full, we had 14 people, and everybody had a great time. So it was a hit. So on Mondays, so we do office hours in the morning, and we have at 12:30 we have chair Pilates, which is always well attended. People love Mary's class. And then in the evenings, Edie has volunteered. She actually taught herself how to play mahjong, and then she kind of created a teaching class. So she does at 4:30 she does an open art, and then at 5:30 she does a mahjong. And you never know what you're going to get, but it's nice because she's down there. So one night she might be heavy on the art, and then on the next and light on the mahjong, and then it flips. But either way, it's been well attended, and it seems to be pretty good. So because of that, we've also been talking about possibly doing a couple things, talking about creating a bridge class component where it's like a teaching bridge class. We have a group that plays upstairs and they're pretty hardcore. And then we have a small group downstairs. And so we're just thinking about building upon that just to see if there's any interest in, and making that an option. And the other thing was that maybe we would do a mahjong tournament. And we would probably wait till we get past the holidays and the weather gets better. So maybe, early spring. So fun. A couple things in the wings. Any questions?
Wonderful. That sounds like fun.
Okay. So that's that. Yeah, so that was happy news, right? With the movies. Because
So excited. Yeah.
they're always so hard, but wow.
Does anybody have anything else to add for the agenda?
Other than they're going, it's Thursday.
Oh, the
Yeah.
event, the Veterans Day event that Robin announced, and the bus is gonna, if anyone's interested, we'll bring them over here. So it's from 11 to 11:30.
Yes, we just, we should probably just talk about how we want to do that because we also have our usual schedule.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Oh, no, yeah.
So we'll put a plan in place. We should be able to figure it out.
Perfect.
And I think there is something over there Like, we have the flyer, right?
Oh, yeah. they have
Yes,
a-
there,
yep.
it's on the, well.
Yeah, and they announced it last week.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the only other thing that I had, just because I was there when the Toys for Tots people came, is that they're really in need for adolescent toys. So
I
So
know,
I'm
I'm
gonna put
glad
that
you
on
told
the
me that, 'cause I'll
flyer.
put that as well.
yeah, so
You
when I
really
was gonna
think
do
about the
that,
older-
yeah, they really kind of need that 11 to
Okay.
14 or 11 to 16 or whatever. So if you're talking to anybody and they're like, oh, what should I get?
I'm gonna put that in a breast.
You know,
Okay.
headphones, books, anything like that.
That's
Okay.
where. That's-
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
They also came up this year with a QR code, and that's also
That
on
was
my
a
blast.
great
Yeah.
idea.
So they,
Yeah.
like, if you didn't have time to purchase something, you could click on the QR code, make a
Make a
donation, and they would purchase it.
That's really nice.
Great. If nobody has anything else, then our next meeting will be on Thursday, December 7th at 4:30 here in the Schaefer Room. And with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye. We're adjourned. Thank you very much.